This is the weekend edition of iFiber One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about an effort by the Moses Lake Farmers Market to raise funds for the 4th of July fireworks show that the city cut this year. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
For the first time, Moses Lake Farmers Market is undertaking a $50,000 community fundraising effort to save the 4th of July fireworks show over Moses Lake's McCosh Park. The revenue-strapped city of Moses Lake cut the fireworks show this year from its budget along with other city-sponsored entertainment and recreation programs. The fundraiser is a huge first for the 37-year-old farmers market and community gathering place, according to Board Vice President Bruce Bailey, chairman of the effort to save the fireworks show.
Moses Lake Farmers Market is completely independent from the city. We've been basically having a yearly agreement to come and use their parks, but at the same time we're seeing events that are disappearing, and we really don't want them to disappear. And if groups, organizations don't come forward and take some of these on, they're gone. And they may be gone forever.
Bailey described what the Farmers Market Board has planned for the 4th of July at McCosh Park.
It will start with our market, which is held here in McCosh Park, right in front of the amphitheater. We'll have kids events, we have entertainment. We want to continue that entertainment throughout the day. We're trying to build a food truck rodeo, an art in the park event, have an evening or late afternoon concert, still more kids events. It'll culminate into a color guard, the national anthem, and then probably around 10:30 the start of the fireworks display.
Carmen Rimple, a vice president on the Farmers Market Board, said the 4th of July and Farmers Market are traditions that complement one another.
Well, the fireworks celebration is important all in and of itself. It's the birth of our nation, the birthday of our nation. Of course, we want to celebrate that. But, the Farmers Market is also kind of a celebration of Moses Lake.
Rimple refuses to allow the fireworks show to end.
Well, above all, we got to have the fireworks display. It can't not happen. And, the city of Wenatchee is in a similar situation where the city is not paying for their fireworks, and there are volunteers who are actively seeking donations to pay for the fireworks in Wenatchee. And we're doing the same thing. We're not going to let it just go.
Money is coming in slowly, but Bailey believes the campaign will take off.
We have to be making deposits in May. So far, surprisingly, we've only gotten $1,800 in. We have commitments for another $3,000 to $4,000, but it's going to take some time.
Businesses or individuals wanting to make donations can contact Moses Lake Farmers Market at 509-750-7831 or email at moseslakefarmersmarket@gmail.com.
Well, we have to do it. 4th of July is on a Saturday. We're down here. What a great way to start the day with Farmers Market and end it with 4th of July.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Downtown Moses Lake has a new place to grab a bite to eat. The owners of the Red Door Consignment Shop are planning a grand opening for the Red Door Cafe on April 4th. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
There's something old and something new in Moses Lake. The family-owned Red Door Consignment Vintage Store at 3rd Avenue and Ash Street downtown has opened a new door, the Red Door Cafe, that is. The restaurant that seats 40 with a lunchtime and ice cream counter is owned by Jan and Rick Thacker and Lisa and Rick Borman. Red Door Cafe serves homemade soups and sandwiches. Rick Borman said the cafe is now in its soft opening period, officially opening April 4th.
Well, we've had the vision of a cafe for 20 years or so, and we wanted to take Red Door to the next level. Red Door has been a retail space for a little over 4 years, and we had the opportunity to take on this space. We thought it would work great for retail and cafe. We wanted to have that sense of community mindness where we could have a great atmosphere for families to come in, enjoy some ice cream, enjoy some nice soup and sandwiches. Everything's homemade, fresh every day, so we just really wanted to be part of the Moses Lake community. Our focus is fresh baked goods in the mornings and fresh sandwiches and soups and salads in the afternoons.
Red Door Cafe is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Thacker said a 40-seat banquet room will soon be open for groups to use. See the Facebook page at Red Door Cafe and more. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Well, hi there, everybody. Meteorologist Don Morelli with you on this Friday evening. We made it through another work week, and the weekend's heading our way. Our forecast, by the way, here on iFiber Channel 1 News, we're looking at our forecast brought to you by, of course, Bud Clary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And the headline, spring has sprung. We're looking for spring showers, though, to be scattered about, at least into Monday. And with it, a little chance of some wind developing. We have 2 rounds, one overnight tonight through the first half of Saturday. As that departs, the winds pick up, and then a better threat for showers in the area, maybe even some thunder as we head into the work week next week. But the spring warmth will be with us. We'll be above normal, but much above normal by the time we hit mid to late week next week. Speaking above normal, 65 and 41, when normally we should be 56 and 33. The record 75 back in 1999. So again, not too bad of a Friday afternoon. 66 and 38, the extremes in Moses Lake. Now, during the day, clouds have been thickening on up, and we'll continue to see the clouds thicken on up overnight tonight. 63 right now, a light breeze from the south. That breeze will be picking up by afternoon, maybe 30, 35 mile an hour gusts as we slide through Saturday afternoon behind this first round of showers. When are we anticipating the showers come on in? Well, here's the clock here. Let's put it in motion, and by 2, 3, 4 in the morning, a few sprinkles around, some showers. But then during the morning hours, that moves on off for a nice afternoon, but getting windy, so be prepared. Saturday night, Sunday morning, a little fog may form to start your Sunday morning, if not tomorrow morning a little bit after the showers move through. But then you see quite a bit more moisture coming on up from the south. Notice a little bit more blue and pinks there because the snow level drops to around 2,500 feet, if not 3,000 feet. And so if you're traveling in the mountains, every now and then with the showers, it could be snow. So be prepared for that. Looking for showers across the western areas of the state during the day on Saturday afternoon. We'll have morning showers ending and pushing off into the inland northwest during the afternoon. Maybe even a clap of thunder with the afternoon heating as that system moves on across. But by the afternoon hours, we're looking for temperatures in the mid-60s, getting a little breezy, but the sunshine should pop out. But we have instability in the air. That means a cold pocket above, so during the afternoon heating of the day is when we might actually get a brief heavy downpour or thunderstorm, particularly Monday. In the meantime, areas of fog in the morning, but not too bad. But notice Thursday, Friday, warming up into the 70s, getting windy by then as well. Speaking of which, again, be a little gusty tomorrow, but all in all, not too bad of a weekend. Very good. So hopefully you have some nice plans. Just keep the umbrella handy. It's not a washout by any means.
Hi.
Hi, I see here on my glasses that it's your sales event.
Yeah, we have low APR financing and some great lease offers. Check out the bold new Camry.
Wow, that's really nice. I gotta get a closer look. Wow, there's so much stuff.
Careful.
If I could just see where I was going.
Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Camry for $199 a month with $750 lease bonus cash. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Now this is cool.
That's easy to see.
Toyota, let's go places.
The Ephrata Tigers begin their quest for a return trip to the postseason with the league opening twin bill against Prosser Saturday. Here's Sean Wells with the story.
Ephrata baseball is well underway. With conference games starting this weekend, the team is gearing up for what's always a tough CWAC schedule. Tiger head coach Jason Logan knows his team has some battles ahead.
Well, the top of the league usually starts with SELA. They're a perennial up there. They've had a great program over the years. And Mike Archer does a great job with them, and always getting into districts, winning the league, things like that. But you also have East Valley, who was a young team last year. They've got another year of experience. They're going to come back through. And we also have the defending state champion in Ellensburg. They lost a lot of guys, but Todd Gibson is a good friend of mine. He gets those guys going every year.
Coach Logan thinks his team is inexperienced, but they have some playmakers who are ready to step up.
A lot of juniors and seniors. But as far as the experience, though, we're not very experienced. A lot of these kids played JV baseball last year. So we have about 3 starters that are returning. 2 of the best bats that I had in the lineup last year are back in Josh Kallstrom and Justin DeHogue. And then Tyler Johnson and also Tyler Lutz are back this year as well.
Senior Justin DeHogue has been a starter for the Tigers for 3 years. This year he's made a switch from third base to catcher, and he's ready for the challenge.
I like catcher. I think of myself as a pretty good leader, pretty vocal leader out there on the field. I don't know, people listen to me. I have a lot of friends. I get along with everybody, and everybody does what I usually say, especially being a senior.
For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
Quincy boys soccer has its sights set on punching a return ticket to state this year. The Jacks have their work cut out as they moved up to the 2A classification, but they are confident they have what it takes.
After winning the state championship last year, the Quincy Jacks have their eye on going back-to-back. The Jacks move up divisions this year from 1A to 2A, but head coach Arturo Guerrero is ready for the challenge.
These guys are ready. They are hungry again. They want to make history. We all want to make history, and that's part of the sport. When you do it once, why not do it the back-to-back? But again, now it will probably, if we do it again, it will have a bit more meaning, because now we're at the 2A rather than the 1A.
The Jacks only lost 2 seniors from their championship team. Coach Guerrero likes Quincy's chemistry.
We're more balanced, believe it or not, than last year. Our midfield I have very talented midfielders.
Star player Francisco Alejandres likes that the younger players on his team are playing hard every practice.
Well, they're motivated. They want, they try harder because they want to be state championships too. And we lost a lot of seniors, but they were really good. But I hope these guys get along too with us and get a little bit of chemistry, and let's see what the team does this year.
For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
There are plenty of high school sporting events going on in the Basin this weekend. So if the opportunity presents itself, get out and root on your favorite team. Players and coaches will appreciate your support. We'll be right back after this.
Hello,
My name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our next story is about a Moses Lake High School senior who is helping low-income children at the Boys and Girls Club. Reporter Jeff Chu met with the senior and has the story.
Moses Lake High School senior Sebastian Seibel has been a regular at the Boys and Girls Club in the Larson community since he was 5 years old. More than 4 years ago, Sebastian became a volunteer in the Boys and Girls Club of the Columbia Basin, hired him part-time last summer as a youth development specialist at the club. He helps a number of low-income youths in their homework, after-school fun, games, and learning. Those are the same programs he enjoyed growing up at the clubhouse that today sits next door to North Elementary School. Sebastian's youth leadership development continues on Tuesday when he represents the club at the Boys and Girls Club of America's Youth of the Year event in Olympia. There he will compete for several scholarships and a chance to compete for the national event in Washington, D.C. He offered a glimpse into his speeches, sharing his hopes for the youths of the future.
Well, I'd just like to see them, kind of not grow up as I've grown up, have better opportunities. Before I came to the club when I was about 4, I didn't really have, food or, supervision. And it was always kind of hard finding, ways to stay out of trouble. So when I came here, it was more of a kind of an excuse to stay out of trouble. It kind of helped me stay out of trouble. And I at least had one, a snack a day, so it helped. There was times where all we had was, a few potatoes.
Sebastian will compete against Boys and Girls Club youths from around the state for 2 full days of interviews, speeches, tours, and fun. He hopes to meet Governor Jay Inslee when the group visits the governor's mansion at the state capitol. Sebastian, who is firm but kind, caring, and friendly with the club kids at the Larson Boys and Girls Clubhouse, talked about the essays he has written and will present to the judges next week. Judges who are some of the nation's top corporate executives, other club directors, families, and fellow Youths of the Year participants will be listening. He recalled what he has learned at the Boys and Girls Club.
It was a good experience for me trying to teach what I've learned in my morals, onto the next generation. Hopefully they would have learned from it.
Sebastian said the club kept him out of gangs and the vicious cycle of street violence.
My experience, I've seen kids go out and do drugs and get in gangs and get in fights, and I've seen my personal cousin die over it. I mean, he used to come to the club and every day and, and stuff like that, and then he kind of moved away and he got into a gang and he actually passed away last year because I fear it's because he hasn't been coming here. If he would have had a better opportunity to get out of that mess, he probably would have still been here today.
Upon graduation, he plans on attending Big Bend Community College as an automotive technology student. Sebastian's supervisor, Michelle Dano Rodriguez, who has worked for the Boys and Girls Club for 16 years, serves between 60 and 120 youths a day at the club.
Sebastian was blonde hair, blue-eyed, cutest little thing in the world. Pretty much attended, every field trip that we had, from, fishing trips to going out of town, different things. So watching him grow into a young man has been an amazing experience for me to see. Somebody who could have chosen to choose to go off with his friends and go down the wrong path, to be here. He spent, years just volunteering and just hanging out when he could have been out there doing bad things. He's definitely beating the odds. He has never complained about what he has not had, and everything that he has now, he has worked for and has worked very hard for it.
Sebastian says he will go wherever his automotive career takes him, but he hopes to return to give back to the club one day.
I do love this place and being here, but eventually it's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to move from it and find a better job. But I will come back. They've showed me kindness to where I feel like that's my part to help, to give back.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your #1 news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. The next story is about the return of summer school classes in Moses Lake. The school board recently announced plans for the program and where the money is coming from to fund it. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
The Moses Lake School Board unveiled plans to bring back summer school for the first time in 6 years during their last meeting. Budget cutbacks had forced the district to abandon the summer school program in 2009. High school students will have the first option to enroll as classes run from June 15th to July 31st. Moses Lake High School will have classes 4 days a week, while the Columbia Basin Technical School will have a full week of classes open to any students in need of making up credits or looking to get an early start on the upcoming school year. Middle school students in need of preparing for algebra will be able to attend classes at the high school or at Endeavor Middle School. The district is using the two locations to let students be potentially closer to home during the summer. Elementary summer school will run 3 days a week from July 7th to August 13th at Larson Heights and Peninsula Elementary. Classes will be available for students in K through 5 on an academic needs basis, and the district is providing both transportation and meal assistance options. Executive Director of Learning and Teaching Linda McKay explained to the board how the district is financing the program.
All of our monies for summer school are grant monies that we received. So we're not using levy dollars, BEA dollars, none of that. All of them are grant monies. And specifically for elementary, we were required to set aside 20% of Title I allocations. And we could not touch that money until students didn't access outside tutoring services for which we have no, in a sense, control over. So in January, they finally released those funds, and we said, knowing part of the LAP legislation that we needed to jumpstart some of our kids, let's use those released dollars to offer a summer school opportunity. So they're not coming from special ed type funds, they're not coming from BEA, they're not coming from levy, they're coming from dollars that we could not access from August to January.
The district estimates about 350 students will take advantage of summer school this year. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
Rounding out this week's news coverage is a story about a new council member in Soap Lake. The city council appointed the new member this week to replace John Hillman, who resigned due to health issues. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Hi, Steve Wellen.
Steve Wellen took a seat on the Soap Lake City Council after the council appointed him Wednesday night. Wellen, who has been a Soap Lake resident for about 20 years, took the seat held by Councilman John Hillman, who resigned in February because of health issues. Hillman was in his third term on the council. Soap Lake council members heard Wellen and another candidate, Judith Tremaine, before voting 3-2 to appoint Wellen. Council members Kat Sanderson, John Glasgow, and Joanne Rushton voted for Wellen. Those preferring to appoint Tremaine over Wellen were council members Robert Brown and Keith Hagland. Mayor Pro Tem Candace Lair was absent. Tremaine said she was a retired tax consultant and IRS officer who, as an artist, supports development of the Soap Lake arts community. Wellen told the council about his experience in the private sector.
I moved over here as a part-timer. I had a company called Royal Pacific Seafoods for years and years, wholesale distributor. I sold that, came over here permanently 10 years ago. Thought I'd be happy retired. Lasted about a week. Went up to Walmart to get an hourly job, ended up as a manager. 10 years there. The company I owned was running about 12 million a year, 13 million a year. I did my own budgets. Familiar with transportation, familiar with running big crews. I've got a BA from Central, almost a master's. Honorable discharge, 4 boys. I raised over here.
Wellen is a McKay Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center hospital board member in Soap Lake, along with his wife, Jeannie Dillenberg. Wellen said he will continue with the McKay board for the remainder of his term and decide if he can do both jobs. Wellen said his focus will be to bring more revenue to the city of Soap Lake.
I'd like to see more businesses coming here. If it's an arts community, that's fine, but we need to defray some of the taxes that we're paying. We need to have more of a base, I believe.
Wellen agreed with Tremaine that Soap Lake was meant to be an arts community, and he said he was pleased the council improved downtown with a streetscape project. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
That wraps up our weekend edition. iFiber One News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.